Good morning and welcome to Newswatch Today. I'm Gabby Matthews.
And I'm Libby Lee. Evangel University changes their mascot.
And an internet influencer is found dead after being missing for many days.
Summer Roddershot is here with your forecast, and Ashlyn Reinhardt has your latest sports news. This is Newswatch Today.
Thanks for joining us this morning, and now we have Summer Roddershot to give us the first forecast of the fall season. Summer?
Thanks, guys. So this morning it is a fresh 48 degrees. So if you're going to school or work, you're gonna wanna grab a jacket and layer up. But I say layer up because you're gonna wanna take it off later because it's gonna be a high of 75 degrees today and sunny. But stay tuned for my full forecast to see what the first week of fall has in store for us. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Summer. I guess we'll know more in just a little while during your full forecast.
President Joe Biden announced the United States will be donating 500 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine to lower-income countries. The doses are in addition to the over 600 million vaccines the United States has already committed to sending. According to ABC News, President Biden said, "For every shot given in the United States, we will donate 3 doses everywhere else." The vaccines will all be shipped by October 2022 and will bring the United States' total vaccine donations to over 1.1 billion.
Thousands of people evacuated La Palma, which is part of the Canary Islands, after a volcanic eruption occurred. This is the first major eruption in the last 50 years, causing toxic explosions and destroying homes, while experts estimate that this lava could continue to spread for weeks. Many knew that this was a possibility, but no one is sure when it will come to an end. So far, there have been no injuries or deaths to report.
Evangel University leaders made the decision on March 21st to retire the Crusader mascot. After 8 long months of waiting, they finally released the new mascot to their student body and to the public. We sent a team out to capture the event Wednesday morning and gather interviews of students.
I am very stoked about this. I have been so anxious to see everybody's faces when they find out what the mascot is. And there are already so many people that I know that we've talked about just how excited we are. But I personally absolutely adore this new mascot and what it stands for and the basis behind it.
I love that Evangel University has the heart to grow and change, and I love that they are just making sure that everything they do is just showing the heart of Christ.
Evangel University was founded by Reverend Ralph Riggs in 1955, and for the past 65 years, they have been known as the Evangel Crusaders. On Wednesday, September 22nd, they announced they've changed their mascot to Valor. The university interim president, George Wood, stated in an interview that the world has changed significantly since the 1950s when Evangel University picked the Crusaders to be their mascot. They wanted to depict strength, honor, and commitment, and that is the same reason they decided on Valor today. Evangel University is the first college to be represented by Valor, which fully embodies strength, honor, and integrity. Evangel announced their new mascot today at the end of their chapel with a stellar video and pyrotechnics. The students' cheers echoed through the whole chapel as excitement filled the room. After the chapel, Evangel gave out free t-shirts to the students and faculty. Evangel University is excited to see the new things that are going to come with the new mascot.
Many Haitians were deported from the U.S. after having fled Haiti due to natural disaster and the assassination of their president. President Biden and his administration are standing firm on these actions despite receiving backlash from Democratic lawmakers and Haitians due to the conditions many were placed in at the U.S. holding centers, as well as being sent back home. These events sparked anger and outrage at Haiti's main airport on Tuesday, where crowd control officers were called to contain the situation.
A magnitude 5.9 earthquake struck near Melbourne, Australia Wednesday morning. A small number of buildings in Melbourne's business district have suffered minor damages and power lines have been disrupted. The city has not had an earthquake of this size in decades, so residents were in shock. There were no reported injuries, and residents returned to their daily life shortly after the earthquake.
Coming up next, social media influencer Gabby Petito is found dead after an extensive search.
And a teenager is dead after a drive-by shooting at a Kentucky high school.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
22-year-old Gabby Petito's body has been found after she was reported missing after traveling cross-country with her fiancé, Brian Laundrie. Her death has been ruled a homicide. The final cause of death has yet to be released as autopsy has not been finalized. Petito was reported missing by her parents after Gabby stopped communicating with them and Laundrie returned home without Gabby. Laundrie has since disappeared after Gabby's missing persons report became public and he was named a person of interest. Officials have yet to locate him. And now we have a very special guest with us. Take it away, Libby.
I have Joey Roberts with me today. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
So I would like you to start us off with why you're leaving Evangel. What made you make this decision?
It was a hard decision. This is my home. It's become my second family. So the reason I'm leaving, I don't know how many people really know how dining services works, but yes, EU Dining Services is part of Evangel, but we are managed by a company called Aladdin Food Management, or Aladdin Campus Dining. So I've been with them. I've been here for almost 5 years, and I received a promotion. So that was the driving force behind me leaving.
Oh, okay.
I accepted a role as Business Development Director for the Midwest, and I'm going to be transitioning to that.
Oh, are you excited for this new adventure?
I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I've been here a long time. What I do, I've done for a long time, and it's still doing the same thing and bringing great things to bring to great campuses, but it's a different role. You know, I won't be in the kitchen all the time anymore. It won't be one-on-one like it is with you guys now so much. It's going to be, you know, talking to people more and making those friendships across the Midwest.
So are you going to be working with several schools then?
I am.
Okay.
I am, yeah. So right now, they're still trying to figure everything out, but right now I think I have 10 states.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a little nerve-wracking.
So are you going to be traveling to each one of these states as you have to?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll travel around the Midwest. Now, what we think of the Midwest here in Southwest Missouri and what people on the East Coast would think of the Midwest is totally different. So I don't consider North and South Dakota part of the Midwest. I consider that the North, but yet they consider that the Midwest. So from North Dakota all the way to Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Lots of places I haven't been.
That's a very big change in weather from here to North Dakota.
Let's not
and back
talk
down.
about that. We'll ask Summer before I leave. I'll ask her what my weather forecast is.
There you go. So you've served Evangel for 5 years, like you said.
Yep.
What is it that you're going to miss the most about your time here?
The students.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made really good friendships with departments on campus and people on campus, but it's you guys I'll miss the most. Mm-hmm. I probably see the students more every day than most people on campus do.
Really? Well, I know we all love you.
Oh gosh, I love you guys.
What's your favorite memory from your time here at Evangel?
I have lots of memories. You know, you and I talked briefly about that before. I have lots of good memories. I don't know if I have a favorite one. You know, you guys have allowed me to do a lot. So I've done everything but been an escort for Mr. EU several years ago. I've been in the dunk tank. We've had special events on campus. So I think if I had a favorite thing, honestly, my favorite thing is when I just get to sit down and eat lunch with you guys. And because of COVID and everything that happened, I haven't gotten to do that a lot lately. Yeah. But that's my favorite thing.
Good, good. Is there any event that's your favorite to provide food for or to plan for?
Yeah, I really enjoy County Fair. Because I like the fried Oreos.
Yes, yes, me too.
So I enjoy that. I enjoy the luau. Anytime we can get outside and do something, that's my favorite.
Are there any recipes or certain meals that you brought to Evangel that are just crowd favorites that you're hoping to leave with?
You know, some of the big changes I made when I first came, you guys that are here now don't even know they're a change. You just, that's how it's always been. So Chef Mike and I have always worked together to keep the menu fresh, keep the things you guys say you love, and then add new things every year. And he'll continue to do that. I'm not going away forever. I just won't be here every day. Yeah.
I'm sure students will love that. Are you still going to be able to come sit down and kind of visit, or is it just going to be a behind the scenes? You'll be here.
No, I'll be here, and I'll try to sit down and have lunch when I can when I'm on campus. I'll be here for homecoming because we have to have Oreos. Not very many people know this, but my husband actually is the one that fries the Oreos.
Oh.
So they'll want him back to do that. So obviously I'll come to help.
So when is your last day here?
I don't know. So it's been a really super slow transition. Friday will be my last day on campus being here every day. And then I'm going to be traveling next week, and then I'll be back, and then I'll be gone again. So I'll keep bouncing around.
Yeah.
So right when you guys think I'm gone, I'll probably appear. But
all right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Back to you, Gabby.
Thanks, Libby. I know I speak for everyone when I say that we're sad to see Joey go. Well, Summer, this week starts the official start of fall. So, any cooler weather coming soon?
I hope so. Today and tomorrow look like it, but stay tuned for our full forecast coming up next. Stay with us.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Around 6:30 a.m. on Wednesday in Louisville, Kentucky, a vehicle opened fire at a bus stop, leaving one teenager dead and another hospitalized in a drive-by shooting. Investigators are searching for the suspect to hold accountable for this tragic loss. After looking through surveillance footage, officials have asked the public to be on the lookout for a gray Jeep that has the Illinois license plate BD 91644. Names of the victims have not yet been released at this time. We hope that both families can get closure and heal from this tragedy.
Our condolences go out to the family. Summer, let's hear the forecast for the rest of the week.
Well, it is finally the start of fall. We're 2 days into fall, and it already is cold. Currently, it's 48 degrees outside and sunny, so you're going to want to layer up, but it's going to warm up later today with a high of 75, super low winds. It looks like it's going to be beautiful. And then tonight, we're going to have a low of 50 degrees, and it's going to be clear skies. But then we see our almanac where we have the temperatures, and they're about normal for this time of the year. They're a little bit lower than normal, but I'm just really, really glad that we don't have the record lows or highs, which is 35 degrees or 91 degrees, because that would be awful for us. We have our satellite here. We see on the upper East Coast, we have storms and such, and then we have post-tropical cyclone Rose, and she's diminishing out here, but then we have Depression 18 building, and it looks like it will be trajected to head to the mainland, but we do have time before that happens. If we take a closer look at what the rainfall looks like across the United States, we see in the Pennsylvania, New York area is where a lot of that rain is at. We also have Michigan, has rain everywhere. A few isolated spots over there, but in the Missouri area, it looks like we have clear skies for most of this next upcoming week. If we look at the temps all across Missouri, we see it's 70s, but it ranges from low to high. Kansas City has a high of 78, whereas St. Louis has a low of 71. And then Springfield is right in the middle of all that with 75. When we look at our high and low pressure systems, we see we got a high pressure system covering Missouri, and that's going to be with us for most of this next week, bringing us really great high temperatures. And then we see these low fronts that are going to be heading down, but we have over a week to really worry about that. If we take a look at our 6-day forecast, we see Friday and Saturday, which is tomorrow, we have lows in the 80s. So even though it's nice and fall-like today, it's going to be picking up. And then hitting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday, we have high 80s. So it's still going to be summer-like temperatures, even though it's technically fall. And then we see it looks like it starts to decline, but you're going to want to come back next week to see exactly what fall has in store for us. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Summer. Just around the corner, Ashton will be here to tell us what's happening in sports.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
The One Act Interrupting Vanessa, directed by seniors Allison Barker, Chandler Gray, and David Farmer, will be premiered this Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and will be free to those who want to attend. The show follows a girl who lost her father at a young age. As time passes, she is able to reconnect with her mother and move past her grief through new friendships and remembering the good times. Co-director David Farmer shares his thoughts on the selection of the play.
This one just really hit home for a lot of us. I know the past couple years has been very tough, and this show deals with a subject that everyone has had to deal with at some point in their life, and we feel like that it has the opportunity to touch people's lives.
I'm excited to see how this turns out. Seats are limited, so be sure to arrive early. Libby, do you think you'll be seeing this show?
The movie sounds pretty good, so I think I'll stop by.
I think I will too. And coming now is Ashton Reinhardt with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Gabby. And with the unveiling of the new mascot, Evangel Athletics also introduced a new look. Each athletic team got a new profile photo for social media. Evangel Athletics showed off a new EU logo as well as the hashtag #OneValor on social media yesterday. The Central High School football team put on a show Friday night for Bulldog fans as Central skidded its 53-game losing streak in a 49-0 crushing victory over Agape Boarding High School. This is the first win that the school has celebrated since October 16, 2015, in a 28-26 double overtime win against Mount Vernon. The Missouri State men's basketball team landed its first 2023 commit of the year. Donovan LeBron Hunter, a 6'8" power forward out of Westerville, Ohio, announced on Monday his decision to become an MSU Bear. Hunter chose Missouri State over several other Division I programs, including Arizona State, George Washington, Ohio, Kent State, and Toledo. Hunter is not the only D1 athlete in his family, as his older brother is a defensive end at Purdue, and his dad played football at Bowling Green. The WNBA announced its 2021 peak performers as the regular season concluded earlier this week. Washington Mystics forward Tina Charles averaged 23.4 points per game as the league's leading scorer. This is the second time in her career after a 2016 performance where she led the WNBA in points and rebounds. Connecticut Sun forward Jonquel Jones pulled down 11.2 rebounds as the leading rebounder for the third time in her career. And finally, Chicago Sky point guard Courtney Vandersloot dished out 8.6 assists per game and led the league for the 5th consecutive season and 6th time in the last 7 seasons. The first round of the WNBA playoffs begin tonight. I know I'll be tuning in. What about you, Gabby?
Thanks, Ashlyn. After hearing you talk about it, I think that I will. Next up, a Springfield woman goes above and beyond to do her part to keep Springfield hydrated.
And after that, Summer is here with her final forecast. We'll be right back.
The best place to find adventure
Come on, this way.
is in the forest.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
It's beautiful.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework. I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
1 in 5 children struggle with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to understood.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
The ARA Water Foundation is setting out to provide clean water to Springfield's homeless community. ARA's founder, Crystal Wooler, is trying to put a stop to dehydration among the homeless population. Wooler is a Springfield native and wants to make sure people's basic human needs are met. With the help of Community Partnership of the Ozarks, our ARA is hoping to raise $20,500. The money will be used to buy reusable 64-ounce water bottles. Wooler's goal is to donate 500 water bottles by November 1st. So, Summer, how's our weather looking?
Well, although it's the second day of fall, it's going to be looking still like summer. You're going to want to bundle up today, but if we look forward into the next week, it looks like we have low of the 80s for the next 2 days, but then we have high of the 80s for the weekend and into next week. So you're going to want to come back next week to see our full forecast and see if fall is actually going to come. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Summer. Well, Libby, I don't think I'm ready for fall. How about you?
I think I'm ready. I'm kind of tired of the heat.
I'm not. I'm never tired of the heat. Well, that's all for today. I'm Gabby Matthews.
And I'm Libby Lee. This has been Newswatch Today. Please join us next week.